I'm looking at a leader going, a leader's only going to be able to give as much as the people will allow him to admit. If he admits complete moral failure, I mean, hopefully that's not the case. I'm being an extreme example here, just seeing how this plays out. How do you then help people work with that and then have accountability and understand consequences at the same time while still maintaining that relational hesed that's there?
There's a lot to unpack from what you just said. And, one of the things we say first is the brain has a fairly organized definition of maturity. And the people that we want leading our groups, we want them to have earned maturity. Earned maturity means I have a pretty good suite of emotional and relational skills, meaning I can handle big emotions, big problems, and I stay loving.
So relational. So wait, hold on. Maturity that is defined by how one acts within a relational construct rather than understanding greater doctrine.
Oh yeah, doctrine has very little to do with relational maturity.
Just want to make sure, laying that out there.
So, for example, in the infant, the first 4 years, it's a maturity stage that we learn largely to receive the glowing face of our mothers. And secondly, our fathers. And then secondly, during that period, we start to learn how to handle the big emotions of life, right? Sadness. And we learn that again by mirror neurons, by seeing my mother and seeing my father attuned to my anger, attuned to my fear, return to my sadness, and still be delighted to be with me, be in that sadness and show me what it looks like to be relational in that emotion, right? Those are the kinds of things we learn to give, to receive love. And then our brain actually kind of rewires itself after the infant stage. Around age 4, we go into the child stage, and one of the main skills we learn in the child stage is how to do hard things. This is where the father's influence often is more prominent than in the infant stage. The mother's influence is prominent in the infant stage. And in the child stage, we learn to do hard things, hard relational things, as well as hard physical things. It starts out with little things like learning to brush my teeth and make my bed or whatever. And it gets progressively harder throughout life, but we learn that, right? And we learn how to start to take care of ourselves. And then when we go and start into around age 12, 13, our brain rewires itself again for the adult stage. So adult stage starts at age 13. And the big thing we're meant to learn relationally mature wise is to take care of both myself and others. Like a child cannot do that. So we should never ask them to do that. So when a 10-year-old kid has to take care of his drunk parent or something like that, we're actually doing some damage to their brain because they don't even have the circuitry to do that yet. That's circuitry we get after age 12 or 13 or start to learn. But adults can take care of others and ourselves simultaneously without destroying myself and destroying the other person, right? So when we see a workaholic who just absolutely works crazy hours because they want to get ahead and they start ignoring their family, that's an example of someone who didn't learn this early. They're still stuck in child level maturity. They haven't got into adult level maturity where they know how to balance two really important things, like a job and a family. And making both function simultaneously. That's an adult level skill. A lot of people workaholics never learned how to do that. So some of the focus in this whole brain Christianity, we talk about the other half of church in our book. The other half of church takes maturity very seriously and makes sure that part of our discipleship is going back into the infant and child and adult stages and filling in the skills we didn't get, right? Those are the people that need to be leading our small groups, or the people that have done the hard work, so that when someone comes in who's goth, or someone drops a big bomb of some behavior issues or something, a mature leader, a man and a woman, know how to handle these, maintain the relational integrity of the group, stay loving, not try to fix the person, but also be with them and get them true help.